Barcelona! What have you become, Barca? What has my lovely Barcelona become? Mentality demons. That's what they've become this season. That's what this Barcelona under Señore Hansia Flick has become. Mentality monsters, bro. Oh, what a game of football, boys. What a game of football. What a game of just straight torture, suffering. But in the end, the mentality comes in, kicks in, and we get what we deserved. But yeah, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video of the Football is Vida channel, which today we are going to talk about the Barcelona win over Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium for the league, where they win 4-2. 4-2 away to the Wanda Metropolitano. Two goals from Ferran Torres, one goal from Lamine Yamal, and one goal from Lewandowski on Barca's end. And for Atletico, Julian Alvarez, and the guy who just can't seem to stop scoring on us, Soloth. But yeah, wow, what a game of football. The game just ended like around 20 minutes ago. I just had to go down and just relax a little bit and just think about what just happened, and just give my opinions in general about what happened today, the game in general, who I think was the standouts, because there's a lot to talk about from Barcelona's end, because this in no way was a perfect match from Barcelona or the best match from Barcelona, but it was a match where moments came in and moments were taken from both sides, and those moments led to the result that we got today. So let's quickly talk about the game. So Barcelona lineup with Szczesny in goal. Back four, as expected. I honestly predicted a little bit something else, but Balde, Inigo, Cubarsí, and Jules Koundé. I predicted Araujo probably to start this match just because I was playing a little bit after. But midfield of Casado, Pedri, and Dani Olmo, and up top the usual three: Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. Typical lineup, good lineup from Barcelona. Two changes that were definitely not what I predicted. I predicted Araujo and Frenkie de Jong to start this game, but apparently Frenkie de Jong, I think maybe got hurt. He was hurt because he didn't come in general. So I think he's just not match fit to play today, and because there were reports saying that he was supposed to start today, but he wasn't feeling well. He wasn't feeling 100%. That's why he didn't start. That's why Casado started, and he didn't even come off the bench. So it's pretty clear that he just wasn't fit enough to play this match. But yeah, and Araujo, I was playing it after I say Atletico's lineup, but Atletico Madrid win with Oblak in goal, defense line of Reinildo, Lenglet, Lenormand, and Llorente, midfield of Barrios, De Paul, Lino, and Riquelme, and up top, Antoine Griezmann and Julian Alvarez. Pretty typical. Again, two of those I got wrong from the prediction that I made. I thought Jimenez was going to start because he usually does start, but Lenormand got the start today. I'm not sure why, but he did, and pretty good decision on El Cholo's end because he had a pretty decent game. And what's his name? I had Gallagher starting in the midfield because I was just seeing that De Paul was probably had a knock and he wasn't 100% match fit. So I was just assuming that he wasn't going to start just to not risk him. I thought Jimenez was not going to risk him, but he ended up playing. So for those who don't follow me on TikTok, I was very confident that we were going to win this match. I literally posted on TikTok that we were going to get a 3-0 win because obviously Atletico Madrid are sad because they got eliminated from the Champions League yet again from their biggest rivals. Oh, the babies. So I was confident after, them suffering that the same week. They were going to be, unmotivated. They're not going to play the same way. They're not going to play great. And we were going to get a result out of this match. So I predicted a 3-0. And we all know that wasn't the case. We still got the win, but nowhere near a comfortable win for Barcelona. But like I said, why I mentioned I said Araujo was going to play this game. I wanted Araujo to play this game just because one thing Atletico Madrid have been doing the last couple of times that we played them is they've exposed multiple times, just picking the right pockets to get through us. Multiple times they just get in behind our players, and our players just don't even notice them. Like even this game, they did the same thing. They pick the pockets, get in between our lines, and easily run through us. And then boom, they get a counterattack. Boom, they get a cross, they get a dangerous cross, and then they get score, and then they score on us, and then we're done, and then we're finished, and then we cry, and then it's over, right? But the reason I wanted Araujo to play because he's one of the players who can actually catch up to the players if they were to run through us. Like he can catch up to them because he's the quickest defender that we have, like in terms of center backs. Because Cubarsí and Inigo Martinez get exposed a lot against Atletico Madrid because again, just how well Atletico Madrid play in running in between our lines, and they can't catch up to the players that run through. Even though Julian Alvarez or Griezmann aren't the quickest, they're quicker than them, especially if they're in a counterattack. So we've been left exposed multiple times by Atletico Madrid. So I wanted Araujo to play because he's at least one player who may not be as perfect as a Cubarsí and Inigo and playing the high line, playing the perfect line. But if we do get exposed, he's the one player that can catch up to them. So that's the reason I wanted him to play. And obviously Frankie's the other one that I wanted to play just because he's been great. But like I already mentioned, apparently he was out. He wasn't 100% fit, so that's the reason he didn't play. He didn't even come off the bench. So, yeah. But the game starts. Atletico Madrid kickoff, and I'd say the first 15 minutes we were holding on to the ball good enough, like a good amount. Looked like we were confident on the ball, trying to get something. Obviously, because Atletico Madrid just defend. We already know their game plan: defend, hit you on the counterattack. Hit you in the counterattack, defend, hit you in the counterattack. So we already know their game plan, and that's exactly what they've been doing basically the whole game. But I'd say the first 15 minutes we were in control, trying to do something. We had a clear chance where Dani Olmo and Lamine link up, and Lamine, I don't know how he missed that. Like, he literally scored a banger against Benfica, but misses that chance. Like, he could have slotted it in easily, but he just hits it wide. Like, it skims off the post a little bit, and honestly unfortunate because we would have gone up literally 6 minutes into the match. But yeah, we missed that first chance. And then after the first 15 minutes, we started giving, life to Atletico. Atletico started getting into the game. They started to attack us a lot more. But it was definitely a game where there was only 3 clear chances between both sides. We had 2 clear chances. Lamine's that he curled it out, and Lewa's where Pedri makes a beautiful pass to him. Lewa was completely open, onside, and he takes a heavy touch. He gets past, but then he bombs it sky high. And honestly, I was so pissed when he did that because I'm like, Lewa, we already know you're not going to put up a great game against this side of Atletico Madrid. We already know. Like, you're not going to do much when there's consistently players surrounding you, especially when there's a defender just on you every minute of the game. You're not going to have a great game. And that was proven today. As much as he got a goal, he did not have a great game. Like, he was getting bullied a lot by Lewandowski. That's why I said Lewandowski had a pretty decent game, because he was handling Lewandowski for most of the game. But Lewandowski, like, your main thing is to convert the chances that we create for you. I already said multiple times throughout this whole season that Lewa's not going to put up a good game for you unless the whole team around him is having a good game in general. Because if the whole team is having a good game in general, when I say, because if the whole team is playing good, then we're going to create the chances for him, and he's going to score them because he's still an elite bagsman. He still has elite mentality and elite mindset to, still has that striker mindset to get into the right spots, to be where he has to be, try to get the goals, right? But the games where we're struggling, where we need you to even the slightest chance that you got, that's when your world-class striker has to come up and score. And he should have scored that opportunity. He skied it way high, and Oblak threw himself on the ground too. So Oblak was probably expecting like a low-driven shot or something. So he threw himself. So if he actually hit it on target and hit it just over him, boom, we would have scored, banged it in. But he skies it, hits the crossbar as well, but he skies it up. And then literally a minute later, like what was annoying is because they show the screen, like they're showing the replay consisting like 3 different times, and then they go back to the game and they let they go on a counterattack. They did it like 3 times this game. They give me heart attacks. I'm like, what are they doing? What happened? But all that gives a ball to Lino. I'm pretty sure that won the header over Koundé. Griezmann gets through, makes the pass to Riquelme. They get through our high line. Griezmann makes the cross to Riquelme. Riquelme hits it one time to Julian Alvarez, and Julian Alvarez one time scores and one time shoots and scores. 1-0 for Atletico Madrid. Honestly, it just pissed me off because I'm like, this is what we expected, right? This is what we expect from an Atletico Madrid side. One counterattack, that's all they needed. Because before that, it's not like they created any clear-cut chances to be up. It's not like they were creating much. Anytime we lost the ball, they started going forward, attacking, but they didn't create anything. They didn't do anything dangerous. I think the most dangerous chance was when Simeone had made a good run, but he skied it as well. But besides that, they didn't create any clear-cut chances to be winning the game. And it just pissed me off that it was just that one opportunity that they scored after we missed a clear opportunity as well. But 1-0 up, Atletico Madrid go 1-0 up in halftime, and it was very frustrating because there were a lot of players in the team for Barcelona who just weren't up to par today. They weren't the greatest, and one of the main guys was Casado. Casado today was very poor. In my opinion, he was very poor. I think he came off like the 60-something minute because he just wasn't having a great game. And I'm pretty sure if Frankie was 100% fit, Flick would have immediately taken Casado out halftime and brought him in. He was just making poor tackles, losing the ball stupidly. He just didn't look confident on the ball at all, and he was very frustrating today, as much as a lot of other players as well. I don't think anyone in particular had a great game. Like, I wouldn't say anyone in particular was deserving of the man of the match. Like, Lamine got the man of the match at the end of the game, but I would have given it to Ferran Torres just for scoring the 2 goals. Scoring 2 important goals for us. The tie and the dagger basically to end the game, but I wouldn't say Lamine had a perfect game either, because Lamine was good. Yeah, he did create some chances. He was a more threatening attacker compared to Rafinha and Lewa, but it wasn't like he was completely involved in the game of every second of the game, like of every attack, like especially in the second half. First half he was better than the second half, but second half he wasn't involved as much until the goal that he got, because he just kept because we already know Lamine. We want him to have the ball because we want him to create as much as he can, because he's a more creative and dangerous player going forward, especially when we need something. So when he got the ball, he just kept trying to cross. He put up some good crosses, but it just wasn't enough for Lewa or anyone to score. And again, that second half he wasn't involved as much as the first half. Even first half towards the end, he was struggling a bit. But in general, I wouldn't have said in particular any Barcelona player today was excellent. I think both our fullbacks were pretty shaky today. Jules Koundé and Balde, and their tackles today were pretty shaky. Like, Riquelme got through Balde a couple times. It was really frustrating. Koundé just didn't put him good foots today. The center backs were pretty good. I think Kubarsi looked very off it today. He looked very off it. I don't know if it's because of lack of game rhythm, because he didn't play the last game. And obviously against Osasuna, we didn't play either. So I don't know if it's a lack of game rhythm, but he just looked kind of shaky on the ball today. Inigo was solid, though. I'll give it to Inigo. He was pretty solid today. He was putting some good tackles, and what a beautiful assist he made to Lebo for the first goal that we got back. But second half rolls in. We didn't make any changes. They didn't make any changes for second half, and yeah, it's just a matter of us trying to create something, us trying to get something from the game, and we couldn't, because Atletico started playing park the bus. They literally had every single player defending, as expected. But I at least expected at least one attacker staying up, like Julian or Griezmann. But they had everyone back. It was so frustrating, because all you saw was a group of Atletico players just in the middle and just giving you no space for anything. We just had to play wide, try to give it to Lamine, try to give it to Rafinha, to Balde, to cross or create something. And it was so difficult. I was just like, wow, if we don't get a goal by the 70th minute, we're done. We're finished. And we all know what happened. They put a second goal from Sorloth, who comes into the match. And, man, this guy just doesn't stop scoring on us, right? I really don't get it. He just doesn't stop scoring on us. Obviously, the controversy with that second goal was the fact that Rodrigo de Paul, the play before, put a handball from a pass or a cross that Pedri tried to attempt, puts the handball, and every single Barcelona player was complaining that the goal shouldn't count because there was a clear handball. We should have gotten a free kick. Now, how I look at it, when I looked at it back, when they showed the handball, I was like, all right, foul, give it to us, no goal. But then I remembered that it was a handball, but we immediately recovered the ball. Eric Garcia is the one that lost the ball, and then boom, they hit us on the counter. Not much of an advantage, right? Not much of an advantage. They probably for sure should have given the foul, but they probably interpreted as that, yeah, he hit the handball, but they got the ball back immediately, and then they lost it themselves. We let the play go on, which, yeah, a lot of controversy in that. It's pretty stupid, but yeah, we get scored on the second time by Sorloth after Gallagher puts a good cross in for him, and then again, but it was just so frustrating how easily they just got through us. Gallagher makes the 1-2, and then he gets easily in behind Kubarsi, and then boom, he's runs through, because it's like we just forget about them. We just so focused on trying to keep our line that we forget of any other player who tries to make the run besides already the threatening striker or anyone else. Gallagher literally 1-2, ran behind Kubarsi, and Kubarsi just completely forgot about him, and they got through us and they scored. It was so frustrating, honestly, so frustrating. After the second goal, I was like, it's done. We're not making no comeback. It's done. It's finished. It's over. We lose to Atletico Madrid again. And then boom, a minute later, what the fuck? Out of all people too, Lewandowski with a beautiful and then a beautiful banger of a goal. That's what we need from Lewandowski. These are the moments we need you to pop up, and he did exactly that. Inigo Martinez, recovers the ball honestly, it was really impressive how he controlled the ball. Boom, took the player out, and then makes a beautiful cross into Lewandowski. Honestly, unexpected. I thought he was gonna make a simple pass, but he just crosses it in. Lewa with the one-time chest brings it down. Boom, bottom right corner, 2-1. All right, so back to square one. Literally back to where we just were a couple minutes ago before they scored the goal, where we're literally just down by one goal. We're literally down by one goal, right? But I was like, that honestly shocked me. I didn't really think that was gonna happen. I thought at that point we were just done from the game. Like Atletico were just gonna defend like crazy. But one moment of magic from Inigo and Lewandowski gets us back into the game. So 2-1, cool, game on. Again, us just going back and forth, going back and forth. It was a game where we were going back and forth because we were just trying too much. Like we were trying too hard to try to make a good cross, make a good through pass, that we just kept messing up. Especially Rafinha today. Rafinha's decision making today, besides his 2 assists, like the second assist was all right, not much of an assist, but the first assist was amazing. But besides that, he was just putting on stupid crosses. Like he was just losing the ball dumb, like stupidly, like putting taking shots he shouldn't even be taking. Like Rafinha wasn't spectacular today, but again, these are the moments where you need your players to pop out, like out of nowhere when you need something, and they do it. Amazing, and that's what Rafinha did today because he ended up getting 2 assists. But again, just going at it. They were still defending like crazy, trying to hit this on the counter. But again, we just kept on losing it stupidly, trying to make stupid passes, trying to make stupid crosses, and it was a game we were going back and forth until we got the second goal from Rafinha getting the ball from the right side. Rafinha started playing a lot more on the right side during the last 20 minutes of the game, and that's the most dangerous spot you want to put him in, especially for crosses, because he cuts in, boom, puts a beautiful cross for Ferran Torres, el tiburón. How the fuck, el tiburón, super sub tiburón, heads it in, 2-2, 2-2. I saw the replay on that. I'm like, wow, they completely left him alone. Ferran Torres just sneaked in between the defense of Atletico. They completely left him alone. I think it was DePaul that just completely just let him go. He's like, all right, you do what you want to do. And Ferran gets in behind. Beautiful cross from Rafinha and Kroll. 2-2. Incredible. Comeback of dreams. I was like, chúpala cholo. Because I was just so frustrated because I will never, ever, infinity, ever dislike Atletico more than Real Madrid. I will always dislike Real Madrid more than Atletico, always, right? But this season in particular, I've been disliking Atletico more just because of the way they play football. It just frustrates me. I hate it so much. Like, obviously, it gets you results. Cool. Like, some people might like it, but I just hate it. I just hate when teams just park the bus and then just try to hit you. It just annoys me, right? It just annoys me. It's not attractive kind of football. But again, if it's football that brings you results, who cares how you play? As long as it brings you results. I'll let you, Simeone, might have to change something up, buddy, because you're already at the Champions League and now you are dropping points week by week. So I don't know, might have to change something up. But yeah, they were frustrating me so much, and I just celebrated let's go, baby. F you, Simeone, you pussy-o. Because he brought in, literally before the second goal, I saw the commentator lady said, Molina and I think it was Jimenez were coming in. So he was bringing even more reinforcements to defend. He was bringing even more defenders to try to park the bus even more. And before they came on, we got the second goal. So thankfully that happened, because if they came on before we got the second goal, oof, or I should have said they came after we got the second goal. But if they came before, oh my God, it would have been even more frustrating. And again, both teams were going back and forth, trying to get the dagger. One team was trying to get the goal, trying to get the winner. And then from out of nowhere, literally before he got the ball, I was like, we have to start giving the ball more to Lamine, because again, in that second half, Lamine wasn't involved as much as we probably needed him to. And look what happened. He gets the ball, cooks Gallagher. Finesse of dreams that gets deflected, but finesse of dreams into the bottom left pocket of the goal. Gulesi 3-2, and Lamine celebrates, taking off his shirt. The whole team just goes crazy. All the Atletico fans, shh, quiet. They're quiet. They're not celebrating no more because they noticed that their team just aren't up to par with Real Madrid and Barcelona this season. They aren't up to par. As much as they put up performances in the past, it just comes down to brilliance from your players. And Atletico Madrid obviously don't have that. Because obviously, Sorloth came in for Julian Alvarez. which at that point just showed me that Simeone is just going to defend like crazy and just put long balls into Sorloth and try to hit a counter attack, because that's what he's done with us in the past. That's why Sorloth got a second goal, right? That's why he's been scoring on us. But it's pretty obvious what the game plan was for him, and our game plan was just try to create something and just do something to try to get the winner. And that was considered the winner, but because there was still like maybe one or two, I think 1 minute left before Ferran Torres got the fourth goal. But at that point, I would say that Lamin's goal was our winner already. But again, massive luck with the deflection. Massive luck, because I think if it didn't deflect, Oblak probably would have gone up to Oblak. But thankfully it deflected, and that's just luck, right? That's what luck. That's what champions need. They need some type of luck to win these kind of games and get the 3 points to lift the trophy at the end of the season. And thankfully that's what happened. But yeah, 3-2, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're gonna win 100%. The Metropolitano yet again is our training ground. Yet again, we own it. And then, literally the last minute of the game, El Tiburón gets the fourth goal after they mess up a little throw-in. Rafinha puts the pressure on their defense. They lose the ball with a flimsy pass. Ferran recovers and then squares it. 4-2, game, set, done. Barcelona get the 3 points. 3 important points away at the Metropolitano, because we all know going away to a Metropolitano is never easy. Even though the last 2 times we've been there under Xavi, we've won. Yes, that's why I'm saying it's our playground. But it's still a difficult stadium to wait to go to, especially this season, how we've been playing against Atletico Madrid. They gave us so much difficulty, and we haven't been able to beat them until today. And what better way to do it away at their ground, especially since we know we're going to play them after international break for the Copa del Rey. So now, as much as this is an important win for the 3 points, an important win, to show that we are able to beat this Atletico Madrid side, it's important for us to, build that mentality to be able to get a result at the Metropolitano, because we all know for the second leg, it's basically 0-0. It's 0-0. It's 4-4 aggregate, but it's 0-0. That's 0-0 at that point. So whichever team, whoever wants it more, is going to get it. And, this being our first time playing under Flick at the Metropolitano, being able to make the comeback, showing the mentality that they're not going to, take a loss for an answer, just gives me so much confidence that for the Copa del Rey, we're going to knock them out. It just gives me so much more confidence, because the players showed it today that even though they're down, they're going to fight until the end and try to get a result. And that's exactly what they did today, and we got a major 3 points. So, yeah, like I said, the man of the match went to Lamine at the end of the game, but I wouldn't really give it to Lamine. I'd probably just give it to Ferran just because he got the second goal. Because, like I said, no player in particular was spectacular today. Like, even Pedri, I thought he was poor today. I don't think he had a great match. Like, he was losing the ball a lot of times, making some bad passes, like passes you wouldn't really expect from Pedri, but he still tries to give you 100%, right? Like I said, Casado didn't have a great match. The fullbacks didn't have a great match. Like at some point when I'm saying Gerard Martin has to come in for Balde, that's Balde didn't have a great match. Inigo was the best from our defenders. Of course, Chesney, you can't really blame him for the 2 goals because they were just sweaties. Like, he really couldn't do much. From up top, Rafinha gets 2 assists, but again, didn't have a spectacular match. Lewa gets the goal, didn't have a spectacular match. Lamine, same thing. He was the best of our attackers, but again, not as much as you would want from a player like Lamine Yamal. The substitutes that came on were Eric Garcia, who was poor when he came on. He was not great. Gerard Martin, solid defensively, gets you try to get you at something at the end of the game. Gavi, who came in fighting as always, because he came towards like the last minutes of the game, so came in fighting for Pedri. He came on, and who else? Ferran Torres, obviously, who came on for the 2 goals, right? But whoo! Great match from Barcelona. If I want to give any type of praise to Atletico Madrid, is the fact that the confidence they have when they're playing under pressure, like the confidence they have when we're trying to press them and they just like somehow just easily just get out of our press, easily just run, just make 1-2 passes and just go. Like, I gotta give them credit for that. Like, they're very confident. They have a style of play. They know how they want to attack teams, and they do it efficiently a lot of times. But in the end, when it comes to having that one player who can make a key difference, I don't think they have it. Julian Alvarez is a good player. Griezmann is a good player. But I wouldn't particularly say they're difference makers where if you need a winner at the end, if you need something to win you a game, that they're those type of players. I'm just being honest. I don't think they're not like a Rafinha or a Lamine or a Lewa. But I do have to give them credit for that. They have a unique style of football that they want to play under Simeone, and it's still dangerous. It's still dangerous. So I'm still going to be wary for the second game at the Metropolitano for the Copa del Rey. It's still going to be a difficult match, but I'm still confident that we'll get something from that. But currently, right now, we're 4 points ahead of Atletico de Madrid. We're tied on points with Real Madrid, obviously because we still have to play a game in hand because of the tragic news that happened for the Osasuna game for the first team doctor. So. I'm not sure when we'll play the match. Maybe later in the season, but we still have a game in hand, which is good. So if we win that game in hand, if all stays the same, we'll be 3 points ahead of Real Madrid and 7 points ahead of Atletico de Madrid. And I also said on my TikTok that if we beat Atletico Madrid today, Atletico Madrid are completely out of the league. I think at this point they're out of the league. I think they're going to continue dropping points later in the season, while Barcelona and Real Madrid is going to go head to head and see who gets the results at the end to win the league. And we still have to play them in May. So there's still a lot more games to go, but I think at this point it's going to be a two-horse race between between Barca and Real Madrid. But let me know what you guys think. What you guys thought about the game in general. Again, the best thing about this is just the mentality change of the players. How great they've been this season under Flick and making the comebacks. The Benfica one was the most evident one, but today even more, like we just showed it against a better side compared to Benfica, right? And away from home, which makes it even more sweeter. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the game, what you thought about the game, who was your man of the match of the game. Do you think that we'll get the result at the second leg for the Copa del Rey? Man, it's gonna be a tough week because everything that's gonna happen in Champions League. But the players obviously have a 2-week quote unquote break, but it's break from club level football. They're gonna go play international, and there's some pretty interesting games going international, like Argentina versus Brazil, Argentina versus Uruguay, Spain versus Netherlands, Germany versus Italy, Croatia, France. There's some pretty interesting games. The quarterfinals of the Nations League, and obviously qualifiers for South America. I'm Peruvian, so we play Bolivia and some other team. I forgot who. And I forgot, but. Don't worry about Peru. Like, we're out the World Cup, but yeah. So I might still stop talking about the games. Like, obviously, I'm a Messi fan, so I'm gonna want to see Argentina try to get something with Messi, and I'm a Barca fan, so I'm gonna want Spain to try to win the Nations League, or try to beat Netherlands to get into the semifinal, right? So we'll see what happens. Well, what content I will come up with this next 2 weeks without club level football, and then when we come back, it's gonna be major because. Champions League quarterfinals, La Liga, Copa del Rey, La Liga, a lot more games to go, a lot more content to go. So I appreciate you all for watching this. Make sure to follow me in all my socials down below, especially my TikTok. I'll be posting a lot more on TikTok, and I go live on TikTok as well, as much as Twitch and as much as this YouTube channel. But much love to you all. Leave some comments down below, and hope you have a great rest of your night, day, whichever time you're watching this video. And peace.